in this present moment and finding purpose in a storm? Because sometimes when you're in a storm, you're just trying to hang on. But then you see, like with Paul, when there's a storm coming and, it's Malta and all of that, and shipwreck, that there is a purpose that he understands because he understands that he's sent to a moment. How do you wake yourself back to the reality of the moment in time that you've been sent to?
Yeah, I tell you, what really is important, and that's a really good point, folks. It's being aware that you and I live within the context of a living God. We are only within that context. I no longer see coincidences. In fact, I am well aware that nothing can as long as we are walking holy before the Lord, as long as we are pursuing Him and going about His business. Augustine said one time that we are immortal. And what he meant by that was that so long as we're walking out His purposes and have not yet finished, then nobody and nothing can touch us apart from His permission. We either have to give permission by virtue of maybe sin, something that gives a legal right, but until that point in time, we are sent people on assignment by the most powerful being in the universe. No one has the power to upend Him without Him having given permission. And so I know I walk my life out within the context of, well, it's like he was told, though like by Job, though you slay me, yet will I trust you.
Yeah.
Now that's a guy that's got context.
That actually leads into this question, because the storms and the hanging on and then like the stepping forward and finding purpose, and there's so many tensions in life, right? I mean, like you just like, man, like I want to step out, but I think sometimes, especially one of the questions that plagued me for years in stepping out in faith is the relationship between waiting to hear versus stepping forward with boldness in the Spirit in the relationship with that. And so I just wanted to ask you for a little bit of, your perspective on how that's played into your life.
Yeah. That really is a good question.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, because there are those moments. Am I supposed to wait? Or does He just need me to step out? That's something. I really think that's only something one discerns by time in the relationship, and of course being sure to ask. But here's something to keep in mind, folks, and this is another principle that I have found to be so true. Remember, am I supposed to step out, or am I supposed to, or stay pat, or step out? That's a question you first ask of the Lord. And as long as you and I are asking the Lord, He's not going to let it mess you up. It's when we start kind of coming to our own, we're making our own decisions, but when we ask the Lord and we believe sincerely that I think the Lord wants me to step out. Well, if you think about your own child, if your child, David, if I'm your father and you come to me and say, Dad, what do you want me to do? I want to please you, Lord, your dad. I want you to be proud of me. What do you want me to do? And then you say, okay, I think you're saying to me, Dad, that you want me to step out. Well, I'm not. So then you step out, and I go, wrong answer. Whack. He's not going to do that. That is not what He's going to do. He's going to recognize that you asked Him. He's not going to let it mess you up. He's not going to let it throw you off course. He's going to remember this, the Lord is able to do the most magnificent job of taking the biggest pile of poop and turning it into a gift and putting a bow around it, and you're thinking, this is awesome. And so he's going to be just like you would be to your child.
You know, I love that. One of our friends, I'll leave him unlisted at the moment, but he has a great quote. And I remember one night we were all talking, and he got that gleam of faith in his eye, and he said, if there's 1% chance that God is calling you to do it, then you have to do it. Because when you run into the chaos, you know, that Jesus didn't invite his disciples to move back to safety, but he invited them to move in and called them to move into the chaos.